Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In today's video, I thought it would be kind of fun to rank the new episode 3 missions in Ghost Recon Breakpoint from worst to best. Now, I don't mean that any of the Red Patriot missions were bad. I actually did enjoy all of them a lot, but I did find some of these missions to be a lot more fun and challenging than others. I'm also curious to know what you thought of these missions and which ones you enjoyed the most. As always, if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing if you enjoy videos about Ghost Recon Breakpoint and other open world and shooter games. So the Red Patriot DLC contains 10 new missions, all focused around assassinating Bodark terrorists who plan on using nerve gas and high-tech drones to launch an attack on the US. Coming in at number 10 is the mission titled In Deep Waters, where Kraken is the name of your target. This mission brings you to Control Station Tiger 02, where you must look for clues on Kraken's current location. You then take him out in Drone Station W051, only to learn that there's a Ravens Rock submarine getting ready to depart for the US, and it will depart even if Kraken is dead. You then must reach Ben Fog Port and destroy the submarine by tampering with its electronics and creating a massive electronic surge. In Deep Waters was still a fun mission, but I ranked it at the bottom simply because it was way too easy in my opinion, and other than the submarine, there just wasn't anything really unique about it. Coming in at number 9 is the mission called Fireworks, with Harpy being the target. In this mission, you need to locate drone jammers on the beaches of Driftwood Isles. You have the optional task of freeing some outcasts and helping them save their lieutenant, but either way you end up making your way to a testing zone. Here, you set off the jammers on top of the antenna tower, causing all hell to break loose down below. After clearing the whole zone, Harpy will appear and you can then take him out. I enjoyed the optional task of helping the outcasts and saving their lieutenant, but finding the jammers on the beaches did get a little bit boring, and I didn't like how you were forced to alert the entire testing zone once you used the jammers. Next up at number 8 is the mission titled How to Catch a Mastermind, with Griffin being the target. In this one, you need to interrogate a contact, then hack a terminal at a storage depot. The terminal is corrupt, forcing you to reach the freight yard to figure out which truck contains a shipment of gas drones. When you steal the truck, you must make your way down to an ancient harbor and prepare your defense prior to luring Griffin to your location. Once you contact him on the radio, waves of enemies flood the ancient harbor, including Griffin in his attack helicopter. This mission felt a lot like many other Breakpoint missions and was very predictable, which is why I ranked it number 8. At number 7, we have the mission called Wall Run, where Medusa is your target. This was one of the more action-packed missions in the Red Patriot DLC and required you to speak to a contact, steal a vehicle, then drive recklessly across a long bridge while gunning down Sentinel soldiers. Once you reach the first tower, you must hack a computer which triggers a timer, forcing you to reach the second tower in time. The computer you hack in the second tower will send you to the seed vault, where you must fight your way inside until you reach a biometric door. Using an enemy, you can open the door and kill Medusa along with the soldiers protecting him. This was the point where Red Patriot missions got really good if you ask me. Wall Run was very unique and it was a nice change from the usual Ghost Recon missions. At number 6, we have the mission Hazardous Material, where you must hunt down Manticore. This was definitely one of the more difficult missions in Red Patriot right from the start because stealth plays a big part in your success. You begin by either sneaking into Manganai Port in one of two ways. You can either use the route suggested by Scott Mitchell, or you can base jump from the cliff where you start the mission. Once you reach the port, you need to gather intel to reveal the locations of 4 containers. After you destroy the containers in Smuggler's Cove Freight Yard, you need to interrogate Sentinel soldiers to figure out Manticore's location. You find out that he's currently at Aroa Materials Depot, but if you alert the base, he will try to escape. I really enjoyed this mission because it was a huge challenge for me personally. Doing every part stealthily would have made this mission easier, but I was just having one of those days where I could not keep stealth no matter how hard I tried. I ended up alerting every enemy in every part and barely took out Manticore as he was escaping the materials depot. I ranked this mission at number 6 because I enjoy a good challenge and it's definitely a mission that I would replay multiple times. Coming in at number 5 is the mission called Blood of the Father, where you need to take out Bukharov. You start off by investigating a hostage situation at the Ettrick residences just to find out that you have walked right into Bukharov's little game. From here, you need to disarm multiple bombs and free all the hostages before time runs out. Once you complete this, Bukharov gives you another test that gives you two choices. You can either rush to save more hostages, which will allow Bukharov to build his defense, or you can attempt to kill Bukharov first without alerting any enemies. I like this mission because you actually communicated with Bukharov during your tasks, giving him a lot of character, and I enjoyed having options for how I could complete the mission. Next up at number 4 is the mission titled Information Warfare, with Oracle being your target. You begin this mission by reaching Gideon McCormack before Sentinel soldiers find him in the woods. You carry him to a safe location where he's able to tell you more about where he was being held by the enemy. You investigate different areas using the information he gave you and interrogate Sentinel to learn Oracle's location. You then have to quickly set up an ambush on Oracle's convoy to take him out for good. This was a really cool mission, and I enjoyed searching for the right settlement with only a few clues to go off of. I chose to plant C4 on the road in order to destroy Oracle's convoy, and when the whole convoy exploded at once, it was one of the most satisfying things I have ever done in Breakpoint. Number 3 goes to the 10th and final mission called Stone Cold, with Trey Stone, of course, being your target. You have to locate and destroy 2 trucks loaded with drone gas, then interrogate a lieutenant in Red Viper Outpost to find the last one. Clues lead you to Skell Security Assembly Hall, where you find Trey Stone protected behind bulletproof glass in a locked room. He is moments away from launching an attack on the US, and you have to hack 3 electric panels to gain access to his room. While you are searching for the panels, alarms are going off and wolves are hunting you down while a timer gets your anxiety going. After you gain access to Stone's room, you get to finish him off and stop the attack on the US, triggering a short cutscene. I enjoyed the sheer intensity of this mission, and fighting wolves while trying to find the electric panels was really challenging, but I was a little bit disappointed with how mild the climax felt. It was kinda like, woohoo, you stopped the madman and saved the US, here's your rifle blueprint, the end. On to number 2, we have Snow Trail, where you need to hunt down Cyclops. You first need to investigate a helicopter crash on a snowy glacier that has wolves patrolling the area. Clues and a trail of blood lead you towards Mathilda's palace, then up to Destiny Peak. After fighting more wolves and following the blood trail, you reach O'Connor's mine where you rescue the engineer. But when you leave the mine, you get ambushed by waves of wolves until Cyclops shows up. If you survive the ambush, you can kill Cyclops and save the engineers. I loved this mission because of its whole atmosphere. I did everything during the night, so it felt really neat to clear out the wolves around the crash site in the dark. I also enjoyed following the physical trail of blood through some really neat locations, and surviving the ambush and killing Cyclops felt very rewarding because of how difficult it was. And finally, we have the number 1 mission from this DLC, my absolute favorite, Under the Mask. This mission is all about hunting down Sphinx, a psychopathic Bodark agent who has recently joined the Wolves. With a tip from Scott Mitchell, you have to interrogate a Sentinel commander to find out more on the current whereabouts of Sphinx. You then investigate 3 different areas, each containing a piece of intel that reveals where Sphinx is hiding and how to identify him. After collecting the intel, you find Sphinx in the middle of a busy wolf camp, assassinate him, then collect the radio off his corpse. What made this Red Patriot mission my absolute favorite was that you had to actually scout out multiple wolves until you found the wolf with the radio. This was the only visual clue that separated Sphinx from the rest of the wolves, and he wasn't always hanging around the radio tower like the intel suggested. Under the Mask was the only mission that made me feel like I was really hunting my target. It required a good eye, patience, and stealth if you wanted to make it out of the wolf camp alive, and I would love to see more missions like this one in the future. And there you have it, all 10 Red Patriot missions ranked from worst to best. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, and if you've played all these missions as well, definitely comment below with which one was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. I had an absolute blast putting this video together, and if you decide to come back to my channel for some more open world and shooter action, then I will see you in the next video.